Good morning from platform 1. Behind me there's a class 158 there in on platform 1 at Newcastle station, going for a special ride this morning up a brand new train line which is opening later this year, and looking at the new stations that are on that line.
Yes, we're going to go for a ride on the line that trains will take when it reopens later this year. And we'll speak to Mark Ellis from Northumberland County Council about the whole project, and then go and visit one of the new stations that's in the middle of being rebuilt to see how construction is coming along. And as our Class 158 waits to depart, we'll drop to a quick map so that you can see where the line is and where the new stations are going to be. Originally part of the Blythe and Tyne Railway, but now known as the Northumberland Line, the railway here was closed in 1964 and is set to reopen exactly 60 years later. It's the second Restoring Your Railway initiative to happen, following on from the reopening of the Dartmoor Line and Oakhampton Station a couple of years ago. And as we'll hear later, the reopening of the 6 stations here aren't happening all at once. 3 of them will open first in 2024, with the others following on at a later date. The line is currently used for freight, and there's a mix of single and double track sections, and there are new double track sections being built just south of both Theaton Delaval and Newsum stations. And route learning for drivers from Northern Cruise have been taking place for a while now, with special services going up to Morpeth and back, reversing there and then coming back. And that's what I find myself travelling on today.
So we're coming up in Benton Junction. We're East Coast mainland at the moment, and then the line curves off. The line has been used. It was a classic case of it being closed by the 60s by Beeching. We've definitely crossed over. But it is a diversionary route, so some drivers do have the knowledge to drive this route, and it pops out again up by Morpeth. So you do get some trains over here during diversion, but now there's going to be regular trains, which is exciting. Have we branched off yet?
And as this section of the line runs alongside the Tyne Metro, keep an eye out for those yellow trains too. OK, time to talk to Mark and find out more about this project.
We're currently travelling along the Northumberland Line on one of our line specials. We're on our way to Morpeth. We're currently on the section between Seg Hill and Seaton Delaval crossings. Seaton Delaval will be the first station on the line from Newcastle when it opens in summer this year. We'll have 6 stations in total on the Northumberland Line. Ashington will be the most northerly station, and that will be one of the ones that opens this summer. Then we'll have stations at Bedlington and Bebbside. Then we're down to Newsum, which is on the outskirts of Blythe, and that will open this summer, along with the station that we're just passing now at Seaton Delaval, which will also open this summer. Then we'll have the last station at Northumberland Park, which will have interchange with Tyne and Wear Metro when that station opens. Around our village, the 20-odd years I've lived there, I've never ever seen there be a cafe.
This is us just coming through. Oh, semaphore signal. This is us just coming through Bedlington. I've just been told the semaphore signal will go, and it will be replaced by modern signalling. So that was us curving off. The test train today isn't going up to Ashington. We're going along the line through a brilliant old station called Choppington, and then Hepscott, and then we'll reverse at Morpeth. So that was Bedlington. I'm just checking my old map here. So what? We'll sit at Morpeth, Mark, for a few minutes, and then and then come back. Retrace our rails. No steps were taken in the making of this video. Just rails. Wheels on rails. And there's interesting ticketing news too, as Mark explained how the pricing is going to work.
So in terms of pricing, the Northumberland Line will be integrated with the Tyne and Wear Metro. So there'll be an extra fare zone, goes on the existing 3 zones that Metro have. So there'll be a zone D, which will cover the stations at Ashington and Bedlington. Blythe, Bebbside, Newsum and Seaton Delaval will be in Metro Zone C, and Northumberland Park will be in Zone B. The good benefit for a lot of people will be you'll be able to use your Nexus Pop card on the Northumberland Line, and that will include the young people's, the Pop Blue card, which is going to make travel on the Northumberland Line really attractive for anybody under 21.
Remember, our test train here today isn't going to Ashington. We've come up the freight-only line and are reversing at Morpeth. But on the way back, I asked Mark how long would the journey take from Ashington.
Northern will be the operator on the line, and we're currently travelling on one of Northern's Class 158s, which will be the main unit type that will be used on the trains when they start this summer. The service will run 2 trains an hour in each direction, and the journey time from Ashington to Newcastle is going to be around 35 minutes.
Our test train gets back to Newcastle, at which point we hop in Mark's car and drive up to Newsum, where one of the new stations is in the middle of being constructed, for a look around the site to see how much progress has been made.
So the orange PP is on. We're going for a wander around the site of... did you just drop your specs there, Mark? You just dropped the specs. Thank you.
I'll get little sections on like that.
So we'll just touch on the road bit briefly before we get to the bit that you're here for, which is the railway part. You've got South Newsum Road just there. Oh, there's a bus going past. There's a level crossing with gates, and there's a brilliant old signal box, and that's all changing because they're building a roundabout either side and a whole new road and a whole new road bridge that goes over the railway and over the station, so the road will be slightly diverted and therefore you won't have the crossing and the level crossing. Traffic will just be able to like go straight over. So new road. We're about to cross the new bridge that goes over, but from here it's a great vantage point. You can see behind me lifts are going in. So here at Newsum, at my right, Mark, at Blythe Bedside is the other 2-platform station, and the other 4 are all going to be single platform stations. At the double platform stations they're having a footbridge with lifts, and obviously all 6 new stations are step-free accessible. Trains will also, every other train will be stopping at Manor Station, and Manor Station is not a step-free station because that's an existing station. There's a footbridge that takes you to the platform at Manors, but good view down here, and we're just going to have to walk onto the actual road bridge just before Hartley. Look at my pointy finger, that is south towards Newcastle, looking south, and there's a single track already in place here, and the second track is going to come through there. They're having to widen the embankments here as well to get the double track in. Semaphore signal there too, which is being replaced, right? That semaphore signal will go. We're heading for the station, over there, under construction. Just passing some concrete crosswalls here. These will basically be what support the platform. You'll be standing on top of these at some point, and we're heading we're right by the station right now. We're down by trackside. You can see here there's this concrete base. That's where those bits of concrete there will sit, the cross walls, where the platform will go on. On the other side you can see they've already put the cross walls in place, and the next stage will be to put the platforms on top of that. Where on the northbound side over there is the southbound side. Do we get to go in the footbridge? We're doing the footbridge? Footbridge next? Footbridge next. So this crossing will close. Where all these cars are going through now, they'll go over that new road bridge instead. At some point this will all be blocked off on either side. And we've just got wind. There's a train coming. Class 60026 just casually rolling through the new station. So we're doing this from the vantage point of the new footbridge. The noise in the background is where they're still constructing the lift shafts, but this is, I'm standing in the new passenger footbridge right here, which goes across the line.
It's definitely coming together nicely. I mean, you can see the lift shafts, the footbridge, the bases for the platforms coming in. It's a real change, certainly to the last time I was here, and it's really encouraging to see ahead of summer and passenger services returning to the Northumberland Line.
And you're standing where the car park is right now, right?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much standing where...
This will be a car park?
This will be a car park.
In a few months'
in a few months' time,
okay,
yeah,
right.
and bus drop-off area and taxi drop-off area.
I think we're standing about where the bus stop will be right now.
I think we're probably right where the bus stop will be,
Do you want to stick your arm out as if you're catching a bus? Yeah.
And some final thoughts from Mark on how connectivity is going to be the major success point of bringing this railway back to Northumberland.
I mean, one of the benefits of the line is that it's going to improve connectivity from southeast Northumberland towards Newcastle, and also with the connection with the Tyne-and-Wear Metro at Northumberland Park. It'll make journeys a lot easier for residents of southeast Northumberland to commute to Newcastle, but equally it's going to make access into southeast Northumberland a lot easier for people, which is one of the aims of the line, to increase economic development in southeast Northumberland. There's some beautiful places to visit that are quite close to the line. Seaton Delaval Hall is a walk or a bus journey away from the station at Seaton Delaval. So there's tourism potential as well as the ease of people getting in and out of Newcastle.
And it is very exciting to see the Northumberland Line reopening this year in 2024 with 6 new stations in total.